Welcome back to Cinematic Cravings. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is evolving. With the multiverse wide open, we're stepping into a brand new era, one filled with new heroes, returning legends, and universe-shaking events. We've listed every officially confirmed Marvel movie and series coming in 2025 and beyond. Release dates are set, cast is confirmed, and some come packed with top-secret details. So get ready, we're jumping into a multiverse speed ride, and if you want to be the first to know what's next in the MCU, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell us in the comments which project you're most excited for. Let's get started. The Fantastic Four First Steps. Marvel's first family is finally arriving, but this isn't the Fantastic Four you know. Led by Pedro Pascal, this team comes from a retro-futurist 1960s universe, which cleverly explains their delayed arrival in the MCU. The cast also includes Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Iban Mosbakrak. And yes, this film will mark the first ever appearance of Galactus. Julia Garner is set to debut as Silver Surfer, and Galactus himself will be played by Ralph Ineson. Leaked footage already has fans buzzing over Reed Richards' voice and the iconic Fantasticar. This film won't just introduce new characters, it's the start of an entirely new timeline in the MCU. Galactus' threat could shape the direction of the universe for years to come, and with rumors that Doctor Doom will also come from this universe, this story might not just be a new beginning. It could be the first domino to fall. This team could be exactly the kind of leadership Marvel needs in a post-Endgame world. Eyes of Wakanda. We're diving deeper into Wakanda's majestic past. Eyes of Wakanda may be animated, but it takes place within the MCU's main timeline, showcasing the kingdom's protectors across different eras. The first preview features a female Black Panther in the Age of Pirates, defending vibranium from falling into the wrong hands. Directed by Todd Harris and produced by Ryan Coogler, this series has serious creative weight behind it. It's not just about Wakandan history, it may also mark the MCU debut of Iron Fist. This new version will be entirely separate from Netflix's take and will open the door to Marvel's mystical side. Whether these flashback stories will tie into future Wakanda projects remains to be seen, but Coogler's involvement shows this is far from just a filler side project. Marvel Zombies. Marvel Heroes as the Undead. Marvel Zombies is a dark and gritty animated miniseries born from the iconic zombie episode in What If. The story starts with the fall of San Francisco and jumps 5 years into a zombie-flicked Fury Road-style wasteland. Shang-Chi, Katie, and Jimmy Woo are struggling to survive. Iman Vellani returns as Kamala Khan. This time front and center. Kate Bishop, Yelena Belova, and Blade also join the fight. Set in a parallel universe outside of Earth 616, the show fuels theories that, thanks to the multiverse, these zombies could still cross over into the main timeline. The zombie theme won't just be horror, it'll push characters to their limits. And Blade's presence? That opens the door to a possible live-action zombie threat in the future. Wonderman. Hollywood glam, with a hero's soul underneath. Wonderman follows Simon Williams, a former villain turned superhero. Played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Simon's story is one of fame, power, and the identity struggle between man and mask. One unique twist, he's an actor in his civilian life, so this series explores the superhero genre from inside the film industry itself. Branded under Marvel's spotlight, this show might look standalone but could pack huge background connections. Vision's mind was originally patterned after Simon's, and that link might bring White Vision back into focus. Also, Ben Kingsley returns as Trevor Slattery, blending humor with the question, where does performance end and heroism begin? Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. Hell's Kitchen is burning once more. Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again brings back a darker, more seasoned, and more exhausted Matt Murdock. This continuation dives deep into his internal struggles and street-level chaos. With Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin returning, the balance of New York's criminal underworld is about to shift dramatically. Adding Frank Castle, the Punisher, into the mix sends the tension sky high. These two vigilantes have always clashed over their methods, and this season will focus on that ideological war. This isn't just a sequel, it's the rebirth of Marvel's street-level storytelling. Daredevil, Punisher, Kingpin, they're the face of the MCU's darker side, and this season could be its peak. The Punisher Special. Frank Castle is back, and more furious than ever. The Punisher Special is a standalone feature tied to Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Jon Bernthal returns as Castle on a brand new path of vengeance after all he's lost. Directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green, this special also features Bernthal contributing to the writing, giving the story a personal, grounded feel. This is Frank's full-fledged entry into the MCU. His trauma, his justice, and what he endured during the blip will all be explored. But this won't be just bullets and blood. It'll challenge the audience with tough questions about morality in the Marvel Universe. Vision Quest. White Vision is back, but he doesn't even know who he is. Vision picks up where WandaVision left off, following the version of Vision with a copied memory and no identity. Paul Bettany returns, and this time the story explores the intersection of artificial intelligence and human consciousness. It's not just about finding his soul, it's about confronting memory, self, and what it means to exist. With Terry Matalas of Star Trek Picard leading the show, expect deep sci-fi vibes. Ultron is rumored to return, voiced by James Spader, and even Raza from the original Iron Man movie is reportedly coming back. Hinting at a possible Ten Rings connection, this series might redefine AI in the MCU for years to come. SpiderMan Brand New Day. Peter Parker is back, but no one remembers who he is. Brand New Day picks up after the devastating end of No Way Home. Peter is now living quietly in New York, starting from scratch. No high-tech suits, no superhero allies, just the classic red and blue spandex in a city full of crime. The story borrows its title from the comics arc where Peter makes a deal with Mephisto, but this version is much more grounded. One major twist, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things has joined the cast. Her role is still secret, but fans speculate she might play Jackpot, or even a young Jean Grey. With Tom Holland's Spider-Man trying to survive in a city ruled by Kingpin, we may even see Daredevil cross his path again. And yes, the Venom symbiote remnant is rumored to show up here, meaning the black suit might finally be making its MCU debut. Avengers Doomsday. The multiverse is no longer just a theory, it's a full-blown battlefield. Avengers Doomsday, the fifth Avengers film, isn't just another team-up, it's a turning point that could reshape the entire MCU. The Russo brothers are back in the director's chair, hinting at another in-game level finale. One of the biggest shocks, Dr. Doom is making his entrance. And get this, Robert Downey Jr. is returning, but this time as Doom, a universe-breaking twist. The cast list is like a Marvel dream. Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu, Anthony Mackie, Chris Hemsworth, Sebastian Stan, Florence Pugh, and even Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen from the X-Men universe. But some names are surprisingly missing, like Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland, and Chris Evans. Does this mean they'll show up in surprise cameos, or are they sitting this one out completely? Doomsday won't just be a war, it'll be a reckoning that defines the future of the MCU. Avengers Secret Wars. Worlds are colliding, reality is breaking. Secret Wars is the multiverse saga's endgame, and likely the biggest MCU project ever. Directed by the Russo brothers, the film takes its name from two legendary Marvel comic arcs. One centers on heroes and villains forced to fight on a planet called Battleworld. The other, Dr. Doom rules all of reality with an iron grip. The movie is expected to blend both, taking us through the collapse and rebirth of the multiverse. The roster of characters is expected to be mind-blowing. Mutants from the X-Men universe, the Fantastic Four, next-gen Avengers, and maybe even characters like Miles Morales. This could also be where Spider-Man finally dons the black suit, as the Venom symbiote remnant from No Way Home might finally come into play. Secret Wars looks like the film that'll end the MCU as we know it and launch something entirely new. Late, the Night Hunter is here, and he's bringing Marvel's darker side with him. Starring Mahershala Ali, Blade will reintroduce vampire slayer Eric Brooks into the modern MCU. The film's development has been slow, but Ali and Mia Goth remain committed, and the script was recently rewritten by Eric Pearson. Originally set in the 1920s, the timeline has shifted to modern day, and with the studio still searching for a new director, production has hit a slight delay. Blade's arrival technically began in the post-credit scene of Eternals, where his voice was heard stopping Dane Whitman. That moment confirmed Marvel's deeper dive into mystical and supernatural territory. Vampires, demons, and dark magic may clash with Doctor Strange's world or carve their own brutal, blood-soaked path. Either way, Blade promises to be a bold new chapter for Marvel. Armor Wars. Tony Stark's worst nightmare is becoming reality. Armor Wars tells the story of Stark tech falling into the wrong hands and triggering a global crisis. Don Cheadle returns as War Machine, and while this project was originally planned as a series, it's now a full-blown feature film. Written by Yasser Lester, the story will highlight the dangerous legacy Tony left behind. Villains in this film are weaponizing Stark's tech and threatening the world. Rhodey won't be alone either. With Ironheart possibly joining the fight, we might meet a new wave of armored heroes. Plus, after being impersonated by Skrulls during Secret Invasion, Rhodey's mental and physical recovery is expected to be a big part of this movie. Armor Wars won't just be about explosions and tech, it's a story about legacy, trust, and the price of invention. Shang-Chi 2. After bringing fresh energy to the MCU, Shang-Chi is back and facing even bigger questions. At the end of the first movie, we learned the 10 rings were emitting a mysterious signal. In the sequel, that signal might call forth a galactic-level threat. Directed again by Destin Daniel Cretton, the film is expected to bring back Simu Liu, Awkwafina, and Menger Zhang. Wong will likely return too, continuing his Watcher-like role in this part of the MCU. With Xia Ling now leading the 10 Rings organization, new criminal power dynamics are on the rise that could bring her into conflict with figures like Sharon Carter or Kingpin. The sequel will dive into both martial arts action and the underworld's rise in the MCU. It may also reveal how Shang-Chi's mystical legacy connects to alien tech. Bottom line, Shang-Chi 2 won't just decide his fate, but the future of an entire secret empire. Black Panther 3. The future of Wakanda is being rewritten. While Black Panther 3 hasn't been officially announced, Marvel has dropped enough hints, and Denzel Washington being reportedly cast in a role has fans hyped. It's unclear if Ryan Coogler will return, but Kevin Feige has confirmed the film is in development. This movie will likely see Shuri embracing her role as Black Panther and Wakanda becoming a bigger global power. The tension with Talocan remains unresolved, and that could resurface. Plus, rumors suggest this could be the film that introduces adamantium into the MCU. Expect leadership challenges, internal conflict, and external threats to shape the next phase of Wakanda. The film may also introduce the next generation of characters. If Coogler stays involved, Black Panther 3 could open the door to an even larger Wakandan cinematic universe. The XMen. Mutants are finally stepping into the spotlight. For real this time, Marvel has officially begun development on the X-Men. Michael Leslie, the writer of Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is working on the script. According to Kevin Feige, this film will be a cornerstone of the MCU's future. But since it's being planned for the post-Secret Wars era, the release window remains open. The cast hasn't been revealed yet, but fans are dreaming of a live-action version of the 90s X-Men 97 lineup. Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm, Beast, Gambit, and of course, Wolverine. The big question is, were these mutants always part of this universe, or are they being integrated after Secret Wars reshapes everything? If it's the latter, the X-Men could become the new core of the MCU, and with Apocalypse rumors swirling, we might be heading into an Apocalypse saga next. The X-Men isn't just about new characters, it could shift the MCU's genetic, political, and philosophical future. This film may be more than a beginning, it could be a revolution. The Marvel Universe is expanding like never before, with new heroes, unforgettable villains, and events that will turn reality upside down. We've planned what's to come, now it's your turn. If you want to be part of this journey, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments which project you're most excited about. See you in the next video. Get ready, because the real battle in the Marvel Universe hasn't even begun yet.